Hello again, it's Noob, and recently I bought a whole bunch of these scan padlocks on eBay because they were really cheap. And I wasn't familiar with this brand until quite recently, and they seem to be sold by some quite big retailers here in the UK. But yeah, the ones I've tried so far are not that great. These are the 25mm brass padlocks, and I've got one out of these 5 locks here, which is a 20mm, and you can see the security ratings are really low. So I've got 1, 2 out of 10, and the 20mm padlock is a 1 out of 10. And I thought instead of doing one of these locks, I'll do all 5 locks in this video. Now, the one thing about Scan is that they aren't massively cheap, but they do have quite nice like packaging and I guess branding and stuff. But we all know that packaging and branding can only get you so far. So yeah, let's have a go at picking these. Let's start with this little 20mm padlock. And when I was taking a look at these padlocks earlier, I noticed that this one is only a little 4-pin lock. And it does work. It's a little bit gritty, as you'd expect. Not great little lock, but what's really cool about this from a lockpicking perspective, I believe that this one is so much you can open with a knife bypass like that. And you can see it's just got a tiny little shackle pull in there, but that one's done already. The other ones I couldn't get with a knife bypass, but this little 2mm one can be knife bypass, which is kind of cool. Let's just pop that in there and just see whether I can show you how that works. So it's straight down the pin side. If I show you where that pull is, I don't know whether you can tell that I can just force this pin really far up. Can you see there? I can just retract that pull back like that under spring tension using this this knife. So yeah, that's that one done. Let's have a go at this one. And they come in this weird little like cardboard insert, I guess, to stop it rattling around in this box, and the box is way oversized. Look how much lock there is to the box. In fact, that picture is not quite 1-to-1 scale. Oh wow, it is actually 1-to-1 scale with a 20mm. Look at that. But yeah, these are not big locks. So let's have a look at this one next. And again, we've got a little lock like that. Let's see if we can rake this one. I need a top of the keyway turning tool or something like that, probably. And a rake. I need something quite small for this. I've got this little wavy rake here. And that one's open. There we go. Let's have a look at another one. Ah, what came out? Oh, just that, which must have been like a little tab for the box. Okay, what's this one like? So, another little lock here. Oh, that's not great. Can't have broken already, come on. Oh, that's just hard to do. Wow. Yeah, I wouldn't say these are like super high quality locks. Let's just grab, I don't know, what should we grab for this one? Little half diamond, a little click there, and a little click there, and we are open for that one too. These are definitely 2 out of 10, aren't they? Let's grab another one. Come here, you. Another bit that flew out. It's got like confetti over here. Let's get this one out of its little box. Come on. There we go. And let's just check that key works. Yep, that works okay. See if we can't sort of, can we rake this one? Again, I'll do top of the keyway, see if we can rake it, but I'll maybe use that little half diamond again. Give that a little rake maybe. Oh, I'm slipping. It's actually quite hard to hold a turning tool in these locks because they're just so small. Anything else to go in there? Yep, got that one too. That's a bit of raking, bit of picking. Last one. it's always best to check that these keys actually work before you start trying to mess around with them. Let's go back to this little rake. I barely ever use this rake, and it's not sponsored, made by Picology. I don't even know if they exist anymore, but it's such a nice, slim, little wiggly worm rake that for these tiny, tiny, tiny little locks, they tend to just be perfect at being able to rake these. He says, hold on, that's better. Like I said, it's half of it is trying to figure out how to hold the turning tool and rake the pins at the same time. And if that doesn't work, then I can go over to a different rake with a bit of a higher, like a, I don't know, like this. Or if that doesn't work, I can just go back to single pin picking and try to pick some pins with this. Oh, that pin number 1 was quite high. There we go. So raking didn't work so well. But yeah, that's the only thing. I had to pick one pin on that. But yeah, that's all of these little locks. I'll try and grab them for you together like that. All picked within seconds, really. Not great, are they? But I'll show you that you can't seem to knife bypass these. So these are single locking pawl as well. You could shim these, but I can't seem to get that pawl to retract, even if I get the tool up in there and try to grab hold of the pawl. It seems to be shielded on these slightly larger locks, which is interesting because these are relatively low security, but it only seems to work with the little 20mm, not 2mm, that'd be tiny, wouldn't it? A 2mm lock, 20mm lock. And this one seems to work if you get all the way to the back with the pins, and you can just grab that pawl like that. Anyway, these little scan padlocks, I mean, to be fair to them, they are saying that they are really, really, really low security rating locks. And I think I'll just prove why. They are really next to nothing to manipulate. So yeah, there you go. So I guess buyer beware if you're trying to buy some little padlocks for yourself. I wouldn't rate these ones particularly highly either. Right, hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, leave a like. If you haven't subscribed, now's a great time to do so for more content like this. Smash that notification bell. Leave a like. It all really helps me out. I really, really appreciate it. If you have any comments, leave them below, especially if you've ever bought some of these scan padlocks or heard about them. How long have they been out for? I mean, I'm not familiar with them really. And other than that, stay safe, happy picking, and I'll see you all next time.